Happy Easter, Xbox. Welcome to Error Code Blueberry, an unassuming Destiny podcast. My name is Chillybin.
It's Meckii.
I didn't ask before. Have you seen that Usher video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I started laughing.
It's one of my
I was
favorite
like, you
things.
motherfucker.
Happy Easter, Xbox. Okay. Weird. That you can still find that video every now and then floating around Twitter. It's like 6 seconds long. It's a good time.
It's been doing the rounds this weekend, so.
Good. Of course it has. Well, it's Destiny time. The season is upon us. I don't know. What's been going on? What's been going on? You got your first clear of Vow of the Disciple.
Finally.
Yes. After a couple of attempts, we got to the boss.
2 months.
Well, yeah, all the other previous attempts, but then we had this one run on like a Sunday night. Got to the boss, got soft locked a couple times, ran out of time, came back the Tuesday before this most recent reset, knocked that motherfucker over.
Yeah, basically
like
did
2
it
runs.
in 2 runs.
Yeah, because he soft locked again. Of course he did.
So we would have got it the first run, but
yeah. Oh, we would have got it that first night if it weren't for that issue, which I pulled out of the TWAB notes. Is coming in the next patch. Is what? How did they phrase this? Fixed an issue where Rolk would suddenly become shy and no longer transition back to his initial phase properly, effectively blocking progress. So yeah, he does like his little hunker down at the end of the damage phase and then doesn't move.
He just goes into the fetal position.
Yeah, and like I killed myself to get the wipe happening because everyone jumped off the edge. I like to shoot a rocket at my feet. That's my preferred method. But then I could see from that perspective, Rolk's doing his thing, and then there's like immune, but that immune text is popping up on every single frame, and I'm running the game at 144 frames a second, so it's just like pouring down the screen.
It was just a smudge of like immune.
Yeah. So there's definitely some bug in there, but they fixed it. So great. Won't run into that again. Maybe it'll just be something else.
Yeah, and it was a relatively quick fix on that too, because like soft locking, words are hard. Soft locking was an issue, but I don't think it was intensely common. Like some of the DSC issues they had to scramble to fix. Like it was one of those, when the stars aligned, you would soft lock him, and it was just we just hit the catalyst of soft locking and just got him a couple of times.
Yeah,
I think it's just we pushed his damage phase a bit too hard in one of the instances.
Yeah, maybe it was, and then the tough thing is like to get up to that final stand takes about 10 minutes of work. So you've got to like climb that hill all over again to get to that point where you're like, okay, please don't soft lock. We need to go back down these stairs and do the whole thing again.
Yeah.
For that third phase.
So a lot of us were like hovering at the top of the stairs, like.
Yeah, because we were like intentionally holding off on the second damage phase so that we wouldn't go into that final stand with nothing to hit him with. So we're getting down to like a little bit before that final stand, and that was where we were getting tripped up because we were just not shooting him for a bit, and I think maybe that was doing it. So a bunch of us just started like with an auto rifle, just like tapping him until he went immune.
He like crouched, yeah.
Yes.
And then we'd watch him in the crouch, just like,
Yeah, please. And then he takes a step. You're like, okay, good.
He'd like kick us off the pedestal. We're like, okay, good.
Yeah. But no, it's good. It's good. I think I do like that raid. I think it's just a little fiddly in parts.
I think if I get a few more clear what we call fun runs, like scuffed runs through it, I'll fall in love with it. Like I did DSC. It's just historically it's not been a great time, so I kind of have a bit of a grudge match against Rolk right now.
Yeah, fair. And I think too, like I've only cleared it twice now, and I haven't done like every role in the raid, so there's bits in there like I still want to try, and I'm also not at the point where I'd be comfortable teaching it because I haven't seen everything myself. I could do probably like 3/4 of it, but still, there's bits where I'm like, I'm not confident enough. Like I've never done the caretaker stun. Like I have an idea of how it works, but I've never done it, so I don't know like timings, rotations, movements. Yeah.
I'm the same, and I think it's this raid we've fallen into the accidental habit again of either the golden duo or the golden triad. Whereas there's 2 and 3, we seem to have sets of 2 and 3 that organically just click.
Yeah.
That we discovered in DSC, and a little bit in Leviathan we found out that we play really well together. But and I think every fire team gets that, where there's just going to be those doubles and triples that just organically run. And we've done that a little bit in this raid as well. So I'm in the same boat where I'm often paired up with you doing stuff, but I've not done caretaker stun, and I've not done the platform and beam stuff in Rolk's fight that you and the other boys do.
Oh, like
with dunking and yeah. So I'd like to give that a go. And then maybe a different position in the archive stuff. The first encounter.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Different
acquisition?
pillar
I don't
acquisition. Different pillar.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's not too bad because it's like you're essentially doing the same thing, just
you got to remember different rooms and different spawn points for the knights.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good to get that done. I don't think anyone else has dropped the exotic. It's still just me. So I get to be special for a little bit longer.
I had a false alarm in my first clear where I saw the glow off of his spear in the ground, and I was like, oh, no way, no way, that's gonna make so many people salty.
Just a shiny stick.
I ran around it and I was like, fucking stick.
Yeah. But no, I've had like a couple of the, I don't know if I've had one of every raid weapon drop, but I had the grenade launcher and the linear fusion rifle come out of it this time. Those are good fun. Not great rolls, but like I can see the potential there.
I still just have submachine gun and then I think the shotgun.
Wait, there's a shotgun?
Not the I don't know what the other one is. And then all I've got is feet and armband. I still need chest and helm.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, off one clear, that's about right, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the fusion rifle Deliverance.
Oh yeah, I haven't got. It's a kinetic stasis fusion rifle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had that drop at 1552, which is not bad.
Nice.
But having that fusion rifle, I'm actually really happy because I can plop that in my kinetic slot for Rolk and then open up my heavy for another big weapon, or maybe even something for the pure damage phase. So I can nail him with the fusion rifle while we're weakening him and doing the symbol rotation.
Yeah.
And then open up my heavy for something like a rocket launcher or something more targeted with bigger damage.
Yeah, like linear fusion rifles are pretty good in that fight because they don't zoom in super far, but they do a lot of damage, especially with that, like running the divinity bubble. That certainly gives you a bigger target to aim for.
But I mean, with the div bubble, that also frees me up to maybe go something like a rocket launcher that I can just load a bunch of damage in.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna do a lot either way.
Yeah.
Just get a little
so
bit
I mean,
more.
it's something to play with next run.
Yeah, here I was a Titan running divinity in the boss
Div
fight.
Titan.
That was interesting.
I'm just not. I can do it. I'm just not super confident with it. But now that we've got that clear, I'd be happy to run div if I have to.
I think it was also the fact that
first time I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, and I think at the time you didn't have a divinity at power level, and you couldn't get it up there on the fly. Whereas I was like, yeah, I can just feed some bullshit into this that I wasn't going to use.
Whereas now now that we've done it a couple of times and I've been playing a little bit more in the last couple of weeks, I've got a few more 1550, 1560 range weapons that I can feed to div for next time anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was basically just running around. I went back to Solar Titan, bottom tree, with was I running Phoenix Cradle? So like all those little shadow thralls that pop up, I would just like punch them. They would all kind of like explode essentially, and then there'd be little sunspots all over the floor, which you run through for healing. And that lasts for 10 seconds. You get the ability regen increase. That was pretty handy up there. Not like, I couldn't use a lot of what I would normally use because I had to basically just stand there and hit him with divinity. There's not a lot that really pairs well with that for a Titan. But anyway, we got it done.
My big strat was if one of the symbols came up and I was standing in front of the symbol with the pillar, I would slide over, drop a rift where our dunker would dunk just to protect him, because there were a few times he got dinked by the Shadow Thralls and Rolk.
Yeah.
So I would just drop a rift on him and just keep running.
Yeah, that little dance floor up there is like deceptively small.
Yeah.
Because he just zips around like a jerk.
And if he decides he's got a vendetta against you, like there was one point where he was just chasing me and someone else in the fire team was laughing because she was standing off to the back, and I would move and he would zip towards me again, and I'd move and he'd zip towards me again. And then I rotated up the front. He tried to kick me and she was like, man, he does not like you.
No. I think the thing I found myself doing was like, I was basically just like rotating around Rolk, but always looking at him because he'll indicate which way he's going to do that dash attack.
Yeah, there is.
So you just jump out, and then you just jump to the side.
And that's another thing we touched on last week where I said that Rolk feels like a JRPG / like Dark Souls.
A little bit.
Fight.
You kind of see it coming.
Because there is those big like, he does advertise when he's about to do a specific thing.
Yeah, and the same with his like 6-way beam attack is like you can kind of see where that's going to go before it actually comes out. That's a weird notification to go to my watch. But yeah, you can kind of see where that's going to be, so you can dodge it and not stack up the pervasive darkness.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or the leeching and emanating.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't shoot the glaive, you shouldn't have that to begin with, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, it was a good little run. We try and do some more, I think.
Now that I've finished it, I can appreciate it a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like the other couple of times we did it and didn't finish, like we got to the boss fight, we were hitting those rotations, we just didn't end up with the time or whatever it was. But
yeah,
we got it done, and that's what matters. We had a good time doing it. Speaking of raids, news out of the TWAB this week is coming next season is something that they keep calling the Rotator, because it's raids and dungeons, but essentially a way to have older raids and dungeons be relevant on like a rotating weekly basis, I think it is. So it's like I don't remember it, and I've had a tiring weekend thus far, so my brain is not helping. But I think from memory, it's basically like one of like an old raid or a dungeon per week is a pinnacle source, I think. And I think are they doing challenges in there as well?
I think so, yeah. For an additional pinnacle, I think I remember reading. Could be wrong though.
But I think some of those challenges are like the daily thing that changes. I don't know what you get for them, but that's kind of cool. Like it's something I've always, especially now, because we've got like in terms of dungeons, Shattered Throne, Pit of Heresy, Prophecy, and then the new one, Grasp of Avarice, and there's a new dungeon coming next season. So that gives you 5 dungeons alone. What are they doing to make the ones that don't give pinnacles relevant, right? Same thing with the raids. Like, who's playing Garden of Salvation or Last Wish other than trying to get the exotics?
Yeah, true.
And
or your clan goes, hey, we haven't done a pit run, or we haven't done a garden run, or we haven't done a wish run in a while. Let's throw one together and just give it a go.
Yeah. But while everybody's still busy pinnacle farming, given that we're in an expansion release, so it's a like plus 50 grind based on last season, as opposed to next season, it's just an extra 10. So yeah, having those pinnacles available is what we're looking for. So we're not going to spend our limited time going back and doing like Prophecy, because it's not going to get us anything helpful at this point. that all changes next season, so that's fun. Get to mix it up, do some new stuff.
And
old stuff that is new again.
It's gonna bring people back towards the older content because, and this happens every expansion or releases. The new raid gets the attention of the community, and then other activities go like unnoticed for a while.
Yeah. I wonder how this will.
So it's a good way to make old content relevant again for just really end game players and PvE players. Gonna revitalize and motivate people to play it more, which is great.
Yeah, I wonder how this stacks up towards the end of the Destiny year. So leading into Lightfall with like how they have been vaulting content right before an expansion. Like if this all of a sudden is like, oh, people are playing these old activities again,
we're less likely to vault them.
Well, or do they just like always take the oldest one out? So yeah, I guess we'll have to. It's a long way away. We'll have to wait and see what their like year 5 vaulting list looks like. I think it's going into year 5.
Yeah, and they're pretty transparent anyway. So if they're thinking about doing something like that, they usually give us like, what was it, like 4 months heads up when they go to vault something around that. Or even if they're just discussing a new way of vaulting or sunsetting, they'll usually drop it in a tab and be like, hey, we're thinking about this thing. Because they're pretty happy to gauge community response. Not everyone is happy about sunsetting or vaulting as a concept because they think they're being ripped off, but
they also don't understand the realities of game development, so fuck them.
You want to keep all of that running? Start paying a monthly fee like WoW. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
And watch your download size balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, the argument being classically people aren't playing this content. We need to remove stuff to make room for new stuff. But if this is going to make people play the old stuff again, it's not that the argument changes around why they vault things. I think it's just more the messaging around it has to change of like, okay, here's why we do this. Yes, we've given you like for like what will end up being most of a year, most of a calendar year, most of a Destiny year as well. Like additional pinnacle sources, additional reasons to go back and play the old stuff. We still need to pull something out, right? And at some point it'll have to be like Shadowkeep, the same way they did with Forsaken. Not necessarily that will happen with Lightfall, but at some point they'll probably have to, right? It's a lot of content.
You mean that unfinished quest marker will finally leave me alone?
You can just delete it.
It's just like every time I go to the moon, it's like, hey, but Shadowkeep, and I'm like, nah, don't worry about it, fam. I watched the Bife video. I'm good.
Yeah, I've done the strike enough times. I get the picture.
I got this stupid helmet from the Dreambane set that looks like a Kokiro from fucking Breath of the Wild. I'm good, fam.
Yeah.
Peace. See ya, Eris, you fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
Bye.
Does that mean you're like missing loot or exotics or something that you get through that campaign?
Probably.
So I'm pretty sure finishing it as a warlock gets you
stuff and things.
Mantle of Battle Harmony?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay.
It dropped in a remember that was the booties and the cloak. I pissed you off because I did one lost sector and got both of them.
That's right.
And you're like, you little bitch.
Yeah. Because I wasn't sure if it was like you could only get it by finishing the campaign, but it was just like they guaranteed giving you
and it
one.
Was like K1 that had it that week, and it took you like 12 attempts, and I was like, I was in the voice chat with you, and I did a run, and you like, good luck, and the next minute I'm like, ooh,
what's this?
Got it. Bye.
That's right. I remember now. Shit.
But it took me, what was it? We ended up counting 41 separate Lost Sector runs just to get Necros, which is the only one I really wanted.
That's on you for leaving it so late. You
had
to pay interest.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yes. Anyway, Rotator, next season, put that shit in the spin cycle. I'm
excited.
Yeah.
It's going to motivate me more to reach out to you guys and be like, you guys want a new prophecy?
Yeah, I mean, it's only, those are, the dungeons only need 3 people, so that should be a bit easier to get together than, hey, does anyone want to do Garden of Salvation and hate themselves again? Do you want to do that boss fight that is, well, actually half the raid is like semi-gambit.
You'll want to get together and squabble like a middle-class bogan family on holidays, because let's go.
I could get around it. It's been a while.
Oh, everyone in the car. You as the IGL. I don't care who fucking started it. I'll finish it.
Just thunder crashing that stupid giant boss.
All of us in the back seat like a bunch of kids. Oh, I need to commission that.
Yeah.
You're Titan in the front seat, and then the rest of us crammed into the back seat squabbling.
Yeah, but it's like a rendition of my actual car, a hatchback, so it would just be like very cramped.
And then another certain person in our fire team just sitting there in the passenger seat looking exasperated.
Please,
just
that
like,
person is not riding shotgun. Are you kidding? I'm not letting that
he's
happen.
in the middle seat and we're all squabbling around him.
Put himself in the boot.
Yo, if anyone can draw, I will pay you to draw that, because that sounds like an amazing piece of art for the fire team to have.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about Vow of the Disciple, and I completely forgot to mention that Master Vow is coming out next week. I think it is
1580. So have fun, everyone. I will not be joining you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I think with Artifact and all that added up, I'm like 1576, which, yeah, my Titan is at 1559 and like 4/8 for just like raw gear score. So I've got 3 or 4 pieces I need to bring up to 1560, and then with my Artifact level, that should probably get me to 1580 actually. Then I would need to bring some other gear up to that level, because I imagine I will need more than one loadout.
Yeah, I'm 1564.
That is
according
with
to Dim.
Artifact.
Yeah, plus 11.
Yeah, okay.
So our last VOD run, actually, I dropped 2 Artifact levels.
Yeah, good.
In our last run.
Good.
So yeah, I'm, what is it, 1551 base. Yeah. But I'm like, looking at Dim, I'm 1551 7/8, so I'm about to hit 1552.
Yeah. But I think, did they also say that Master Vow is dropping adept raid weapons?
I think so, or the challenges.
Well, they did that with Vault of Glass as well. You get the time lost versions.
I can't remember if it was the challenges that dropped the additional, or if it's
I think it did both.
Both, yeah.
If you're doing challenges on Master, power to you.
I will watch your streams at me if you're doing that.
Yeah.
I'll sit down.
Well, the funny one is like the challenge for Rolk is just how we've been doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the text is something like "Don't ever lose leeching force," which is how we're doing it, because we're like we split it and give it to 2 people, and then one person goes and does the thing, and then we just like basically bounce it back and forth.
You rotate. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's.
I think I'd have to go and read the specific text to see if there's anything else we need to do, but I'm pretty sure we don't actually need to change anything about how we're doing it. Because like there's the other main strat is like, obviously 2 people end up with the buff, but then you just have them both go and dunk at the same time, and apparently that's faster once you get it down, but it's just not what we've done.
I'm just looking now, and it's just saying, for the weekly rotation, completing the final encounter in any chosen raids or dungeons will reward a pinnacle drop from a weekly challenge. For any raid dungeon that offers a higher difficulty, such as Master Vault of Glass, that higher difficulty will also be available to select for players itching for the additional challenge.
So what's this for? The rotator?
The rotator, and then the pinnacle drop on the rotator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For those challenge hardy players, completing challenges at a master difficulty will offer progress towards the raid seal. Each encounter completed also has a chance to drop an adept version of any given weapon for the raid.
Right.
And that's, yeah. So it looks like the master for VOD would drop an adept version of in each encounter.
Something,
potentially a heightened chance of dropping an adept in an encounter if you're running it on master.
Yeah.
And the Master Vow will drop on April 19th, just while I'm looking at the data.
Yeah. So that's this coming reset.
Yeah.
Get your master raid teams ready, I guess.
Get ready to yell.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, don't. Like,
in excitement.
Okay, yes. That's fine. Be positive but loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you feel like you need to yell at someone, direct that energy into someone else, and instead of yelling at the person you're angry at, yell at the person that you're appreciative of. But yell that you love them and you appreciate them instead of yelling negative things.
Okay. Yeah.
So if one person's pissing you off, I'd turn to you and be like, Chili, fucking love you. Thank you for helping me through this road.
Would that actually make you feel better?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably a lot healthier than really loudly out of nowhere telling the boss to suck my dick every time it kills me.
Oh, okay. I thought that
You've heard that a few times where no, you've heard that a few times where like Tanix or Rolk or Atrax will stomp me and I'll be like, "Oh, fucking suck my dick."
Yeah, I know. I've started doing similar things.
The power of Meckii is undeniable.
Yeah, pretty true.
Like the gorillas, my influence cannot be matched.
Yes.
I was just quoting a gorillas documentary line there. Sorry.
Well, given that the power of Meckii cannot be stopped, neither can the power of Mecha.
Meckii in a mecha.
Yes.
Everything I've wanted since Titanfall stopped working.
These armor sets were for Festival of the Lost, right?
Yeah, they'll drop during
the
Festival.
Halloween joint. Yeah. So fuck that monster set. Apparently, it didn't win the first time. It didn't win the second. Now we're getting like basically Gundam. It's great.
Kind of. It's a little bit of
the Titan's a bit Gundam.
Yeah, it's a little bit of
board on one arm.
A little bit of everything where it's got like I see elements of like Gurren Lagann, I see elements of Gundam. The boots and the helm is a bit Gundam-y, but then it reminds me, and I'm about to go real niche, and a bunch of anime viewers are probably going to shit the bed when I say this, but Bubblegum Crisis. Like the bee suits in Bubblegum Crisis. It's got just the pointed bits on the Warlock. That reminds me of that. The Warlock, as one particular fucking dweeb in our fire team pointed out, the Warlock has very Ava coloring on it as well.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of Ava units as well. The Hunter's got the unicorn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I'm seeing some influences from even Power Rangers. The Titan also reminds me of Power Rangers quite a lot as well.
That's a good get, actually.
And the shoulders, I'm a massive mecha dweeb. We'll be here for another hour. The shoulders on the Warlock reminds me a little bit of Kamen Rider. Like, yeah. I wish there was
I hardly know her.
I wish there was a little bit of Pacific Rim influence in there. That would be nice. If they could have given the Titan the nice like the radioactive stomach, that'd be fun.
Okay, because you just did this. I thought you were pointing to your crotch.
A baby.
Yeah.
Make the Titans like those Barbies from the 90s that the belly clicked on. No. I'm excited because you guys all know because I scream about how much I love mechs constantly. And my favorite genre of anime is girls in mechs. So I'm about to live my dream of being Meckii in a mecha.
You get to be that girl in a mech.
My dream.
Yes. Yeah, I'm kind of glad the monster set didn't win because like the Titan set just makes me sad because it's like robot Cyclops up top and then for some reason like furry boots. I'm just like, who is this for?
Yeah, I didn't really like the Warlock thing either.
I don't even remember what it was, but yeah, garbage. But it was still like 52% of the vote to win.
Yeah, I mean the occasional. I wish when they went monster that they pushed harder into the kaiju because I think it'd be really fun to have kaiju versus mecha.
Yeah. Yes. But they did just do the like dinosaur sets and I think that's a bit close.
Yeah, but like send it full kaiju.
Or can we get
Have
a
a
warlock
Godzilla.
that is like a
Have a
bit Cthulhu?
kaiju from Pac Rim. Mothra.
I mean, we just had Savathun.
Yeah, like Mothra would have been fun as fuck. But maybe I can bully Bungie and be like, hey, go full kaiju next time. And I will vote for a monster instead of the opposite this time.
And then get a brand tie-in with the Kaiju Brewery based out of Melbourne. It writes itself.
Thank you, Bungie. I'll be taking my paycheck now.
Yes.
And I'll send you my address where you can send my work from home build.
Very good. But yeah, I'm excited to put on a robot suit onto my robot man. That's all I have to say about that.
Ready to be. I hope over Festival of the Lost, because of like all the mecha energy and Gundam energy and Power Rangers energy, that they have like mech kind of energy emotes as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, they would have to, surely.
Like slapping like the Power Ranger watch.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah. Let's go.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited for that. But that's months away at this point.
Don't say that.
I mean, it's
because I said May. I said April and May was ages away, and then I blinked, and it's.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll see you in what, like 5 months for this event to come around then.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I'm gonna scream the whole time.
I might too. What else do we have this week? Not a lot.
Not a lot. There's some personal achievements in there as well.
Oh yeah, So I played a bunch of Iron Banner yesterday, like a silly amount. I went out, played disc golf in the morning, came back, probably played Iron Banner for about 5 hours straight.
Every time I checked the Destiny app or on my phone or the Discord app on my phone, I could see all of you guys, and I was so jealous. I was I want to be gross.
No, I was like just running freelance Iron Banner, catching up on some podcasts, just like vibing out in a very chillybin way. And I had like the Iron Banner quest on like step 4 of 5, and I'm pretty sure step 5 is always like go talk to Saladin. But the one that I had to finish was super kills. It was at like 5 out of 15. And I was like, oh, okay, I should stop running bubble and start running something I can actually kill with. So went to Sentinel Shield, start tossing frisbees, punching things. And then I got that thing up to 14 out of 15. And then for like 4 matches, couldn't get a kill. I would like pop my super, throw the frisbee, and then by the time I was like getting close enough to like get a melee kill, someone's killed me with like Lorentz driver or some bullshit.
Rude.
Yeah, and then the recharge time on that, even with 100 intellect, is just long enough that I don't usually get a second one. So it's just like, okay, I've got to load up another match and get 1 super kill. And then there's so much pressure on me popping this super. It's really frustrating. But then I had to leave and like take the dog for a walk and then go to the pub. So not like a bad reason to stop playing. But yeah, I had to like just close the game, turn everything off. It's like, I'll get it tomorrow. It's 1 super kill. How hard could it be? Apparently very.
The words of a fool.
Yes, it's me, the Iron Banana Man.
I see. Delusion has kicked in.
Like, yeah, I was losing it by the time I stopped. I was like, I just forgot that it just kept loading matches. I was like, all right, here we go again.
Back into the fray.
Pretty much. And I will, probably once we're done recording, try and get that 1 last kill.
Yeah, I might try. It's been a couple of days since I played. Yeah. All day yesterday. While I was purveying my inheritance. I was also in the back of my head like Destiny 2, Destiny 2, Destiny 2, Destiny 2. Like thinking about IB and Gambit, just like, oh fuck, I gotta get my pinnacles this week. Oh, I've got 2 days off work because it's a public. Oh shit. Is it gonna be a Destiny weekend?
Yeah.
Am I about to eat chocolate and not drink because I'm not allowed?
Yeah, eat a bunch of chocolate, play Destiny. That's Easter.
Dark chocolate drunk.
Ooh.
Just eat enough dark chocolate that the dopamine receptors in your brain
don't know the difference. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Dopamine, yes.
Yes. Yeah, and I think other than that, like planning to just try and tick more boxes for seasonal challenges and triumph seals. There's a couple I'm pretty close to. I don't know if I'll bother gilding the dredgen this week because I'm at the point where I just need wins. And I think I've reset my rank. Yeah, it's wins and invader kills. So like, it doesn't need to be bonus infamy for that. I just need to play Gambit.
Yeah.
And after last week, don't want to right now. Maybe tomorrow that'll be different.
Gambit it out.
A little bit.
I wish not for the Drifter to perceive me this week, thank you.
I just don't want him saying words at me. I'm not
sister.
talking to him.
No,
you don't
today,
know me
honey.
like that. I wish he still called me Snitch, though.
He can get to know me like that if he wants. Meckii thirsting over NPCs again.
I've got a large blocker for you. Not sure what I mean by that.
Bank those emotes.
Invader on the field.
I love how I went from like describing him as he looks like he smells like damp towels to being like, hey, Drifter. You'll
do.
Bank these modes. I've been single that long, I'm finding NPCs I hate attractive now.
Yeah, right. Yo, you are down bad, homie.
I've hit that point in being single. Where I'm attracted to people I should not be attracted to.
Yeah. Just careful what anime you watch from here, I guess. Lest you become someone whose profile picture on Twitter is an anime person of some description. Your own face doesn't count. All right, let's get out of here. This is weird energy.
Degenerate shit I can make my Twitter profile.
Just an egg. Just go back to the default egg.
I like to watch the cultured anime, so I could get real degen with it.
Okay. It's like the fucking I'm gonna open Steam real quick and see what it shows me under the new and trending list. Because at some point I was just like ticked a box. It was like, yeah, show me everything. Like I'm not gonna play those sort of games. But I just
so you're getting like Honey Pop and like other eroge and stuff, hey?
Yeah.
Amazing.
The top one that it's showing me. Actually, let's just go top to bottom. I'll see if I can pronounce these. So Dokyusei : Bangin' Summer. Next one, College Kings 2 - Act 1. Sexual content, choose your own adventure game. Then we got
like sexual content, choose your own adventure game. That was written by a white man.
Yeah, no, that's just the genre tags on it. We've got Cat Cafe Manager, which
fun.
Okay, fine. Crime Site. Okay, it looks like Clue. It looks like the board game Clue. Next on the list, Furry Fury, Smash and Roll. But it's not the type of furry that you think it might be. Then we've got Car Detailing Simulator.
Let's play Forza.
Just go to a car wash. That's what that is.
Get a job, homie.
I washed my car today. It was not that exciting. After that, closely follows Lust Academy Season 1. Then what have we got? Stacklands, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Nightfall, A Daring Journey. Okay, that's just horses.
The screenshots for Dokyusei Bangin' Summer. Oh boy, there's a lot of
anime games.
There's a lot of ladies. I can tell you that much.
So yeah, that's the kind of shit that like I just now see on the Steam front page, because I was like, yeah, stop hiding things from me. I'm an adult. I can choose wisely.
Fuck it, booby time.
Yeah, like I'm. Those games don't interest me. Like, but it's always funny when you see someone
server playing them.
No, just like someone's Discord activity shows up, and it's like, I'm pretty sure I know what type of game that is.
Yeah.
Live your life.
I like one time I was playing Hatterful Boyfriend, which is the pigeon dating simulator, and one of our fire team members messaged me in the DM like, "You're dating pigeons, homie?"
Trying to get closer to Saint 14, you
I
know?
was like, I didn't realize that showed up. Maybe
Yeah. Yeah, I think
early days of the server.
yeah, you can turn that shit off. I think you turn off on
We
a
date
per game basis.
pigeons, homie.
Yeah, we getting birdie up in here. Okay, let's get out of here. I need to, I don't know, wash this episode off me. It's getting weird.
Eat.
No, I ate before. I had a bagel. It was good.
Oh wow, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I went to
You know
the
what I've
cafe.
had today? A coffee.
I had one of those too.
And then I swallowed a bunch of hair during my haircut, so I guess that counts as creatine and protein, really.
That's a
if you
meal
want to
right
go
there.
get molecular with it.
Yeah, what does it matter? It all goes in the same place. This has been an episode of Erico Blueberry. Thank you for sticking around.
It's been an episode.
Yeah, it will be published with minimal editing because I'm lazy.
More goblin bullshit. Shit it out by Erico Blueberry.
That's correct. Please like and subscribe even if your body tells you not to, even if every fiber in your being is fighting you from clicking those buttons. Click them anyway. Fuck your body. Spite that shit. And we'll see you next week. Right? We're going to keep doing this? Yeah.
I suppose so.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Bye.
got nothing else going on.